Hello, and welcome. My name is Rich. This is Champions Online. And the character I'm playing as has technical issues. An electricity-powered superhero, so named because I knew when I was starting this I would have some technical issues, and indeed I did have some. We are on Monster Island, which is sort of a combination of a big kaiju island and the island on which Dr. Moreau in this universe created his Manimals, some of which being stag-like, as these guys, some of which being bird-like or cat-like. I think there is actually a limited variety. It's not just any animal. And if you want lizards, you're probably better off looking at the Lemurians. This universe's version of Atlanteans. Why is there such a huge quantity of dudes here? Somebody pull loads. Are we in the middle of an attack? What is going on? Oh, I need to put you on mute, don't I? There we go. Stop making noises. Father Elk, leader of the good Manimals. That is, the ones that don't want to destroy humanity. As opposed to the evil Manimals, who continue to do Dr. Moreau's intended task of try to kill all humans. Thank you, my friend. We may be Manimals, but it is important we separate ourselves from the savagery of beasts. It is a noble thing you have done, hero. That's interesting. Wonder what they're floating on. Oh, we're just in the middle of the open world event, which I don't feel like doing again. We did it last time. And last time the final event was fighting a huge sort of griffin chimera thing that knocked us out several times and required that we run all the way back to the Bureau 17 base and involve one of the members of this universe's premier superhero team, the Champions, the particular champion in this case being Ironclad. Not as much help as I'd hoped he would be, but he did manage to keep the final boss of Burden of the Beastmen engaged long enough that I could recover and come back and finish him off. Let's pick up these missions, shall we? Where the wild things are. Technical issues. I am not the only one on this island that needs your help. Moreau's research is long, and many innocents are still subject to his experimentation. My place is here in this village, but other Manimals are organizing a resistance against Moreau to the south. Please seek out Lang in Wells Pass. Your assistance would be invaluable. Sure. The hyena swine is hidden away, fearing reprisal from his old master, Moreau. But he still sends a courier with orders to his Manimal soldiers at Malsver. If we could intercept those orders, we'd effectively cut off communication between the hyena swine and his followers. He leaves from the southwest corner of Malsver and heads up to the cave on the beaten path. Should be easy enough. Man-animal hybrid. Oh, right, that's info, not swine's secret. The creature in charge of the savage hybrid tribe is a powerful manimal named the hyena swine. He has gone into hiding to prepare for war. His lieutenants have a map to his lair, but they have created false copies of the map to ensure his location remains secret. You may need to check several maps before you find the real one. Look for the maps in the village of Malsver. Proclamations of the Lawgiver. The barbaric Manimals of Malsver have stolen our most sacred text and are threatening to burn it. The text was created some time ago by our Lawgiver and contains rules to guide Manimals to live in a more civilized manner. Our sacred law cannot be blasphemed in this manner. Find and defeat the hybrids to get those pages back. Okie dokie. Yeah, so this is the open world Burden of the Beastmen fight, which I'm not going to repeat, as I said. We need to complete this mission and then do a bunch over here and come and speak to this person, although we'll probably go and do that once we've done all of these, because the hand-ins, I'll probably need to come back up here for the hand-ins of these. So what are we doing? Collecting tracking devices. And what does that actually require? Knock out tagged bears. Okay. What are you? Are you a rat? Oh, bollocks. Oh, splendid. Got plenty of Lawgiver texts. I'm glad that he's dropped both the things that we needed. How many Lawgiver texts? 25. Wow, okay. start here, shall we? We've had that one for a while. Supposed to come and destroy punji traps, which thankfully aren't really a problem for us because we fly. Come on, I was pressing the button. Crafting skill's not high enough. I think I probably need to spend some time actively pursuing that if I wanted to bother, which I don't. It's not necessary. Having a good crafting skill. Oh, what's this? Are these crafting nodes as well? Manimals of Malsver village are strong. Manimals of New Gornage are weak. Manimals of New Gornage do not obey Moreau. Manimals of New Gornage do not obey hyena swine. Manimals of New Gornage do not believe in law of the jungle. Manimals of there believe in lawgiver. Lawgiver is weak. Lawgiver say manimals and humans live in peace. Lawgiver say no spill blood. Lawgiver say manimals walk on 2 legs, not 4. Manimals of New Gornage reject Moreau and hyena swine. Manimals of New Gornage follow Father Elk. Manimals of Malsver are enemies of human-loving manimal weaklings of New Gornage. Okay. Oh, come on. I can definitely fucking see him. Shoot him, would you? At least they drop lawgiver texts. Wow. Really? I found the map, the correct map first time? Okay. Nearly done with that as well. And finally, we have a courier to stop. I don't remember what the courier looks like. Oh no, there we go. That was easy enough. Because I have done this before, a long while ago. Oops. Friend, you are walking proof humans and Manimals can live together in harmony, was his response. Ha! That treacherous beast hyena swine could not remain hidden indefinitely. Again, I thank you. If only the beastly Manimals of Malsver had as much heart as you, hero. The Moreau has continued trying to perfect the serum he used on Quijibo. Before the hyena swine betrayed Moreau, he stole a vial of Moreau's latest batch. Now hyena swine is rationing it between himself and his guards. We'd like to look at the formula before it's used up to find some cure for poor Quijibo. If you can take samples from hyena swine and his guards, it would be an enormous help to Until scientists. We now know that hyena swine is living in the Beast Cave, west of Malsver. Be careful, though. That needs a space in it. Hyena swine has some serious backup in his hideout. You may want to think about bringing a few more people with you. So, Quijibo is a gigantic, presumably Manimal gorilla. I think we've seen art of him occasionally on the splash screens. He's a huge gorilla with flaming forearms and shoulders and head. I'm not 100% sure on what the lore is behind him. And I think, I've had a little look on the Discord, Champions Online Discord, which has a channel for lore questions. And it seems like the pen and paper RPG lore is slightly different to the game lore in a number of places, but specifically with Quijibo. In the pen and paper game, he's just a kaiju, like a King Kong but on fire. But in this, he's somewhat of a sympathetic villain in that some time ago, at some point in the past, he was a clear-thinking Manimal who defended the island and worked with the good side Manimals, or, well, non-violent Manimals. And something happened that caused him to go mad. and he is now just kind of mindless and violent. Enough is enough. We have to take down the hyena swine before he sends his settlement of savages to raise our peaceful village. We must strike first, or perish. The hyena swine is located in the cave west of Malsver. Look for the entrance recessed in the side of the mountain. A warning though, hyena swine has his hideout filled to the brim with his friends. You want to bring another superhero with you. We can probably manage. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Yep, here we are. Here's Ironclad. You are a crafty one, hero. Your cleverness has prevented others from coming to harm. Oops. Animal Planet. Nice reference to Animal Planet there. You know what they say about what happens when you back a wild animal into a corner, don't you? Oh, this is a repeatable quest, so never mind, we won't be doing that. Until equipped the peaceful Manimals of New Gornage with weapons to defend themselves against the aggressive tribes of Malsver, but the Malsver Manimals stole the weapons and are now more dangerous than ever. These weapons shipment crates can be found outside Malsver, north of the cave entrance. Can you retrieve them? Technical issues. Why, yes I can. What do you actually get from this? Just experience and a little bit of influence. Oops. Have you thought about staying in Monster Island permanently? You and I working together, we could shut down Argent once and for all. Lantern lighting is just going to take me to Millennium City to start quite a long adventure arc that I am not going to do today. I kind of tested the Resistance adventure pack with my main a few days ago, and so lighting the lantern is the lead-in quest or mission to another adventure pack, which is the Serpent Lantern, I think, where you go to a jungle in South Africa, I think, where Viper is trying to raise the power of a snake god or something. It's been quite a while since I've actually done the missions there, done that adventure pack, and I wasn't really paying attention at the time, to be honest. So I didn't get the full explanation, but so I'm familiar with that adventure pack and with Resistance, where you go to an alternate universe, alternate reality, parallel, where everyone's morality is flipped, so all the good guys in this, all the champions are evil, and all the main villains are good, as you might expect. There's another one where you fight the kings of Edom. No, that's not quite right. There's a guy called something Bleak, maybe? There's an ordinary dude, relatively ordinary, who wants to elevate himself to the same level as the kings of Edom, which are kind of a combination between kings of Hell and kings of Cthulhuoid, Lovecraftian evil. And you run around in the Cliffothic realm trying to stop him and fighting a lot of Cliffothic demon creatures. I don't remember what that one's called, but again, it's quite long. So with my main, I tested, or tried to test, Resistance to see how long that would take, and provided that the game doesn't bug out, which did happen to me with my main and was why I stopped, I think it might take 2 sessions of 3 hours to go through one adventure pack, because they are very long, and I would be reading all of the text aloud so that watchers can actually see or experience the story along with me, because I mean, you can probably just about see the cursor, especially when there's nothing moving on the screen, but I have a suspicion that this is teeny weeny eye squinter vision text, and just for the sake of accessibility, I'm reading all of the text that doesn't have anybody, any voice acting in the game anyway, already, I mean. So going through an adventure pack will take a while, and will take more time than normal, even if you were to go through an adventure pack, any given adventure pack, and read everything yourself, because you can probably read more quickly than I can speak aloud, and that's assuming you read any of the text at all, other than rather than just zoom through it as I usually do, and I think most people usually do with MMOs. So I will be doing adventure packs at some point. Perhaps once I reach level 40. Perhaps once I've done all the other missions in the game. I'm not sure. But for now, we're on Monster Island. We're talking to Mling. Moreau is a dangerous man to go up against. You are a rare breed of hero. There are not many willing to put their lives on the line for the sake of persecuted Manimals. It is good to see you. Technical issues. Moreau's days are numbered. What does he have? Manimal creation of Dr. Moreau, who has rebelled against the evil science mastermind. So he has missions for us, but we're not high enough level, I guess? Yes. Because there's even oh no, there's an indicator. Yes, there is even an indicator on the main map, but it's grayed out. However, there is someone over here who has missions for us. But maybe we should finish off these first. Why do I have Sigh of Relief? Oh, mind control devices. Let's drop that. Can't be bothered. I'm sure I've done it once already. So the first mission we've got, or the one that's outside, is to pick up wow, I don't know what that is. Oh right, it's the volcano launching just huge ass pieces of stone. Okay, so I'm not actually seeing any crates around. Oops, hello. Which presumably means I'm going to have to start beating people up. If only to be able to peacefully reach the ground level. So that I can... Ah, there we are. That's what I'm after. Ah, and if they're inside, that will make it difficult for me to see them from the air. We've pulled a few more than we were intending. But it's alright. They're not doing that much damage to me. All of that just for one crate. I only need one more. Ah, there we go. Spawned in without flight powers active, and so fell to the ground. Good night, birds. Oh. Yeah, here we are. Briefly, we just saw Quijibo on screen there. Are there groups? Well, there's a group here we can take out fairly easily. Are these groups? It looks like it probably is. Okay. Oh, we've pulled all of them. What fun. Were we after DNA samples? I thought we wanted files of samples of the stuff that they were taking. Stop that. Ooh, a gorilla. We've not seen one of those before yet. And yet they still only have the same info text as every other Manimal, which is disappointing. He's got a lot of blue on him, hasn't he? Almost as if he's on fire. I swear I don't have the bloom up that much. Like, it's not reacting to me very much, is it? Well, I say that and then witness the face. Tunnels, that's exactly what range DPS love. He's going to charge me as well. Okay, and he does a bit more. I swear this character is not generating enough energy. No, I don't want that open. So I've got Honic Reverberation, which gives me energy every time I consume users without consuming. Or I think applies. So basically I'm applying negative ions. This has a chance to apply negative ions. It's a debuff. Has a chance. Doesn't apply but uses. Has a chance to apply negative ions. Am I supposed to be opening every attack with a full charge of Chain Lightning? That's tiresome. I apply other debuffs on other characters more frequently than this, I'm sure. I mean, I suppose part of it is the fact that my energy equilibrium is so low, but is he stuck inside a tent? Being a moron. Fucking come and get me, knobhead. Don't dance about inside the tent. Can you not work out how to get out? Oh, there we go. Teleported out. Okay. Did it not land? No, evidently not. There we go. And now he's got negative ions. Oh, come on. That was supposed to give me energy. What's going on? There's a chance to apply negative ions. Is there a power that I skipped that has a better chance of applying negative ions? Chance of applying 25% chance. Like, my main uses this. Oh no, that's Hex of Suffering. Star Barrage. 20% chance to apply Illuminated. And that happens more often than not. And yet, fucking Lightning Storm, okay, 15% chance, which is less. What's your chance to apply? When hitting a target affected by, but doesn't apply on its own. Oh no, yes it does. After 2 seconds applies negative ions, okay. Well, I need to level up my character anyway, so what's the next one? need much healing? I haven't really so far. What does this do? Let's just take Geiger Bolt. Where am I putting you? Just into the best defense. Okay. I have a few points to spend here as well. Build up an actual reservoir of energy, and then we can blast him with a Geiger Bolt. Oh, come on. Really? What is wrong? Gonna have to get some help. Advice on how to improve energy generation on this character. Or maybe it's just that I'm not max level. That might be the only problem. a bit pathetic, isn't it? Come on. More energy, please. And then fucking let me charge it up, would you? Jesus Christ. Hyena swine. Does he have any different savage manimal tribe leader? Okay, so it is different, but I wouldn't really say that it was better. Interesting. He just decided to journey to us through the air without any animation. Why aren't you charging up the attack? Fucking Christ! Definitely got enough energy. It's not that that's the problem. Why is there a door here? Well, that's convenient if ham-fisted. That looks like a technology door. Not a cave person door. Oh, I've got to go back all the way up to... Father Elk to hand in 2 missions. That's a big skeleton, isn't it? Yep. Oops. Just went too far. Back at it again. Not at the Krispy Kreme though. Oh right, I didn't read that out. Thank you for retrieving this, my friend. If we are able to replicate this formula, then perhaps our enemies will think twice before attacking us. We only want to live in peace, you see, but sometimes to ensure the peace, we have to be ready for war. Beating the Beastmaster. Noble hero, the humble and Manimals are in your eternal debt. We shall erect a statue in your name. Please don't. That would be weird. We will forever sing your praises. Your name shall be revered for generations. Yeah, that's real awkward. I suppose it would be worse if it were a swear word or a really bad pun. Or something. I mean, technical issues isn't the worst it could be, but it's not great. We shall have a feast in your name. Well, that's probably better. And holiday in your honor. I could get down with a holiday in my honor. We love you, technical issues. Give me a hug. No, I'm good, thanks. I don't know that someone covered in fur wants to be hugging someone who generates electricity. That sounds like a bad time. A splendid job, Earthling. At least the gentle beast men of New Gornage will not be at such a disadvantage against the savage Manimals of Malsver. Are we not high enough level to pick up... Oh no, there is other missions to take, isn't there? There's this guy's stuff. Friend, you're here in the nick of time. Until might be able to handle Moreau, but now that he is in league with Viper, we've got serious problems. Yeah, no kidding. Director of Until Technical Corps and highest ranking Until agent on Monster Island. Until insiders speculate that Jones is beefing up his field resume at the request of Until Secretary Marshal Eckhart to make him a more appealing candidate to become Secretary Marshal himself when Eckhart retires. So he could be potentially talking to the leader of next leader of Until. So subsurface standoff. Will take us to Lemuria, which do we want to do that now? I mean, the game is telling us to, because this is the next thing that's available, basically. Like, it's a level 31 mission, which we can take, given that we're level 29, and the rest are 32, so maybe we should go to Lemuria. We can't take the mission from Ling, or missions maybe, so we're not high enough level, and there's a lot more Monster Island to do. Like, we've done one section of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, maybe 10 areas. Wait, how did I count that? This is 1. This is kind of 1 or 2, isn't it? I forget. Anyway. Yeah, alright, let's go to Lemuria. I have received word from Captain Jean de Boer that there is a situation brewing in Lemuria. There is a submarine by the docks waiting to take you to the Aegir. Please hurry. Alright, and let's find out whether we can mount up our electric scorpion jet bike underwater. That'd be amusing. So do we just land here, or do I have to talk to somebody? How do I get aboard? Oops. Do I have to go underneath? This is rather odd architecture for a submarine. That's not standard submarine propulsion gear. Oops. How do I get to... Is that the wrong sub? Is it a different submarine? Can I not be using a travel power or something? Is that what it is? This is deeply weird. Am I not the right level or something? I could take the mission that tells me to go, but I can't get aboard. Alright then. Back to what's-his-face. And let's pick up those extra missions, and hopefully that will take us to level 30. At which point, maybe then we'll be able to visit Lemuria. I say, I could use the talents of someone like you. My friend, Professor Plummet, has gone on expedition. Surely that should be an expedition. In some lost caves he discovered in Wells Pass, but has forgotten his computer tracking device. Do you think you could take it to him? I'll give you the coordinates of where the lost caves can be found. Something is not quite sounding right here. Enter the caves, find the professor, and give him the tracking device. Now, maybe it's just me being stupid, but surely they can't be lost caves if he has the coordinates for them. I mean, maybe it's supposed to be Caves of the Lost, implying that you get lost when you go in there. Silverback sound off. Dr. Silverback has been monitoring the Moreau situation via his lab in Millennium City. At least, he's been trying to. One of Moreau's creations, a vicious catman named Isa, sabotaged Silverback's hologram equipment and made away with a crucial piece of machinery necessary to communicate with the good doctor. The device is located along the coast, due south of the island in Wells Pass. Isa can be found patrolling between the broken device and the rocky peninsula, picking up the pieces. It was probably a bad idea to send surveillance robots to keep tabs on Moreau's Manimals. They didn't last very long, and robotics equipment does not come cheap. Anything you could salvage for us would be greatly appreciated. The pieces are scattered around the northern entrance of the Wells Pass neighborhood. I'm not sure that neighborhood is quite the right word to use there. It's interesting. Oh, come on. Great work. I bet Gadget Boy could use these robot parts for his next creation. I don't think I've ever come across a Gadget Boy so far. Roost raiding. Upon in the rocky ridges to the southeast of the pass, flocks of savage bird manimals nest. Surely it should be either up on the rocky ridges or in the rocky ridges. This needs sorting. They come down at night and are increasingly bold and violent, preying on the weak and the innocent. We need to put a stop to this before those bird manimals overrun the area. They are perched on top of the rock formation east of Moreau's lab, I'm just wondering who exactly it is that's nearby here, besides him and his two robot friends, that the bird manimals would be attacking. The easiest way to get to Moreau's Manimal settlement from here is through the pass, but Moreau knows this, and he's made sure his patrols attack anyone who ventures into the area. You might want to thin out Moreau's guards and make the thoroughfare safe to cross. You can find them in the pass between Malsver and Moreau's lab. I mean, I don't have to, I can fly. But since you ask, I'll consider it. Yeah, now we've found a bunch of Argent dudes. Am I just beating up bird manimals? I think so. I wonder why they're walking around. They're birds. They should be able to fly. I do wonder why the mission was to get 15 of them, and they've been set to wander around in pairs. Oh, hello. Picked up a mission from nowhere. There is a hidden complex in Wells Pass that appears to be run by Viper. Something big is going on inside, but without further investigation it is difficult to tell exactly what exactly is going on. Enter the base and discover what you can about their operation. Okay, I think this is... Oh, hello. Is this the right place? Yes. Alright. Let's nip into the Viper secret base. Find out what they've got going on. And spoil their fun. Well. This isn't even capitalized. Why are you not letting me... Is there some rule about this that I'm not allowed to spam Geiger Bolt or something? I know that I had enough energy. Oh, yes, there is. Charging Geiger Bolt will cause you to be affected by an electrical surge, preventing you from charging Geiger Bolt again for 8 seconds. Hitting a target affected with negative ions with a charged Geiger Bolt will consume negative ions and will cause it to arc to a nearby target. Okay, so there is a built-in thing in Geiger Bolt that stops me. Even that interact button. You see, all of them, they're not capitalized, so this was done rather shoddily, in my opinion. What's this do? Access denied. Okay. Is access still denied? Yes. Presumably we'll need a key card or something. I got the last of them. Hello. Surprise Viper Ninjas. Surprised those guys don't attack more quickly, you know? Like, they can get close to me without me seeing. And Inglorious base deterred. Yes, very funny. Like, they can get close to me, and because they're higher level, they'll attack more readily from further away. And yet, I always need to walk into them. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Come on. Why even have them here if I don't ever get to have a key card that lets me do anything with them? So what was the point in this? Oh, hello. They dropped anything? Anything useful? No. Do I just keep... Access denied, or unauthorized access attempt, and I can't even use the door again. This has told me nothing. Except it's refilled the map with dudes who don't like me. What was the point in this? Oh, there's... Now, red flashing lights on the wall. Okay. And I have to fight my way out. I suppose there were closed doors that I didn't walk through before, or I couldn't open. So it makes more sense that there's dudes walking about out here. But I'll bet this is still access denied, yeah. Game's not telling me what's going on. Why were they hiding out there? What are these stains on the ground? Oh, once again, rectangular fluorescent bulbs casting a circular light on the floor. Nice attention to detail. Okay, so that was entirely pointless. Now let's find Plummet, or Plummet, as the case may be. Ah, yes. Elder worms. An ancient race of alien annelids that enslaved mankind tens of thousands of years ago, and who now search for the powerful relics of their lost civilization to ensure an elder worm return to power. Able to shield and heal other elder worms, make sure that this is the enemy you are first to defeat. Tens of thousands of years ago. Well, that would be before humanity stopped being hunter-gatherer and settled into being subsistence farmers. Oh, that's a dinosaur. Descendants of the dreaded teleosaur, a radioactive lizard created by the power-mad biogeneticist Teleos, and then abandoned in the remote jungles of Monster Island. All the mouthwash in the world won't cover the radioactive breath of this savage saurian. Very nice alliteration there. I wonder what costume pieces these are. I think that might be Tesla boots. But perhaps it's superconductor instead. I don't know. Let's see if these have got different info. Psychic sharpshooters with psi darts, as well as fierce fencers with psi blades. Okay. So that does seem to be different info, which is good. How is he healing himself? Professor Plummet is an avid paleontologist and adventurer who stars with his assistant Stan in a television show about cryptids. Where is Stan? Oh, what a wonderful place, full of adventure and incredible danger. It's like a land of the lost caves down here. I'm very glad to meet you, technical issues, and thank you for the tracking and homing device. With more and more caves to explore, this will help us not to get lost. So, his assistant Stan is not present, and I have to wonder whether, given how absolutely surrounded he is, not just with alien annelids, worm-headed dudes in presumably power armor? Presumably they're like long worms in humanoid power armor, like Earthworm Jim. But evil. So he's surrounded by not only alien annelids, but also giant... I mean, they're raptors, aren't they? They're Utah raptors that can breathe radioactive lightning or radioactive beams at him. Like, are you okay? Are you sane and in control of your faculties? Where is Stan, your assistant and cameraman? Cave entrance over here, isn't there? Or section of tunnel. Oh. It's quite a big skeleton, isn't it? And there's a green exclamation point there. Which means it's a repeatable quest. Did that just throw a ranged weapon at me? So this was a tunnel up. And there's another tunnel over here. Next to these guys. Now, my memory is that he's got a mission for you and you help a group of Manimals who have made their home in this cave. And then defend that home from Annelids. But I don't remember where it is. Also, if you go back there after you've done the mission, they return to being hostile to you, which is unfortunate. Thank you, technical issues. I'm so happy to see you, I could give you a bear hug. Please don't. Need your help getting back to the den. Secret Manimal den. Starts an event. These elder worm creatures have been forcing me to track the raptors for them, and using me as bait. Please, can you escort me back to our secret den? I'll show you the way. Yep, okay. Ah, it is up here, behind this boulder. Where is he going? How does it open? Ah, level 30 at last. There's more to this mission. There we go. Did they all die or did they run away? Is there any more to this? So you've run away from Moreau. Moreau will never find us here, but the Elder Worms might. You've run away from Moreau. Why don't you join the Animals of New Gornage? So, I wonder what kind of animal that belonged to. It's probably a Clefothic demon. Don't know where our friend the bear has gone. There's a stag in the lead. Apparently. Well, I mean, maybe not in the lead. Just chilling out in a tent with a table for no reason. So they're friendly to us, but if we leave the caves and come back, they will be hostile. Oh yeah, well, I can level up, can't I? I've only got 1 point to spend. And what specialization do I need? Avenger. Nope, this way. I know how the alphabet works. Ooh, he's a beefy boy. Psychic soldiers of the front lines in the war against humanity, these deadly warriors attack with psi-blades and powerful telekinetic waves, which players can also use. They are also powers that players can decide to play with. Was he part of a group or was he on his own, just running around for no reason? Pretty sure that was a darkness power someone just used on me. You can tell by the dark, like, Kirby dots and the kind of splotch noise. That's a dinosaur skull. Although it's pretty two-dimensional. And from here it looks like it could be a bad go at a Triceratops skull. But from this angle, like, its head is not wide enough. And I don't think that that's what a Triceratops skull would look like. Yeah, like, this is away from... There's a gap here. You can see. So this would be like a Triceratops skull, except where there's two small horns on the front and one big sort of broad-based crest in the horn in the middle. Like, if you're going to put stuff like that in the game, try a little harder, will you? Oh, and this is an exit as well. So the only place we haven't been is up here. Let's go that way then. Here. Is there another event here? I've got a feeling there might be. No. Am I confusing this area with a similar looking area in City of Heroes? I think I might be. Just piles of bones. Okay. Lovely. And that is it for the Lost Caves. You should really leave. Like, this is not a safe place. I don't know where your assistant is. But he's not here, quite clearly. Now, I realise that there is a small amount of space here, enough for a tunnel that could lead out, but this is supposed to be the entrance. And there is not enough room here for an entrance to lead out this way, or an exit, I suppose, in this case, because we are exiting rather than entering. What was the last bit? Talk to Silverback. Alright, yeah, we need a part for it, don't we? Oh yeah, this has got a bunch of Viper dudes hanging out here. These are Viper, right? Yes, Viper. just need 5 more. Two more, of which there are 2 here. Splendid. So the one who stole the part for the Dr. Silverback thing is... Ah, here we are. Isa. Who is attended by a bunch of bird manimals. Are they around to be snacks or something? Oops. Now we can go and talk to Dr. Silverback. And presumably pick up missions from him, although the next thing we're going to do is go and hand in missions with here, and then with Dr. Gideon H. Jones, and then head to Lemuria if we're allowed. Now, he's got missions for us. And there's a big old silverback marker on the map, so we're not going to forget where he is or anything. Thanks for dropping that off to the professor for me. He's a good guy. I'd like to keep him safe. Wait, he's already sending me a distress signal. Yes, of course he is. It looks like Viper is up to something here in Wells Pass, but what? I want to know about this as soon as possible so we can develop a plan of action on how to proceed. Well, I have done that. Good work. Until has great confidence in you, and I can see why. Clear out the pass. Good, good. But this is just the first step in breaking down Moreau's defense. Now, I know we said we'd go and visit Lemuria, but I kind of want to go and check on this idiot professor who has, spoilers, already gotten killed and reduced to a skeleton. Technical issues. The tracking device you gave to Professor Plummet is working because he already sent out a distress signal. He was okay when you left him, right? Well, probably. He was alive. I hate to ask you to go back again so soon, but the cave is a treacherous place and anything could have happened. Yes, I know. I don't think that I'm going to bother exploring the whole caves again. I'm just going to go to Plummet's cave and find his skeleton. It's amazing how quickly this place got repopulated. You die already, please. Thank you. They're engaged in a scrap. And we can come in and finish off the last one. Like clever people. Starveling and... oh no, there's two of them. And a skeleton with a hat on it. So these guys have stripped him to the bone, for some reason leaving his hat. In the couple of minutes, and this is like a bleached white skeleton, not like with any raw bits still left on it. Oh, were those in there already? That's probably what got him killed. I wonder whether, if I'd noticed them before and destroyed them, whether Plummet would still be alive now. I mean, probably not. Those bones, that hat, it must be Professor Plummet. You've found the late Professor Plummet. There is nothing else to be found among the remains of the late Professor. Professor Plummet was an avid paleontologist and adventurer, but now only his bones remain. And we're going to leave them here, I guess. Where did these guys come from? Did they just spawn in? Or did I miss them when I came in? Weird. I swear I checked the whole place. Oh well. Nope, this is the wrong tunnel. No, wait. This is the right tunnel. Let's continue. It's also entirely possible that those eggs weren't there before. And what's supposed to have happened is that Plummet found the eggs, brought them back, and in doing so attracted the attention of the teleosaurs. Where's this? Canada. Okay. Well. let's head to the submarine again. Which way is it? Over here. And see whether we can get to Lemuria this time. It probably won't let us go whilst we're actually riding the thing. But hopefully we can go. No, apparently not. Deuce. Okay, so there are some Lemurians here. Who have a bunch of info for us, so that's cool. These are tragic times for Lemurians, my friend. The Bleak Ones have ordered their servants to find ancient Lemurian weapons buried here on Monster Island. Magic gauntlets. Oh wow, I haven't seen some gauntlets like this since I was back home. I used to work on stuff like this for the king back in the day. We've made a bunch of improvements since then. If you bring me some crystal shards that you can find around Lemurian areas, I can upgrade them for you. Who are the Bleak Ones? In ancient Lemurian, they are called the Rastrin Far. Rastrin Far. They are ancient monsters of inchoate evil from a dark dimension known as the Clifothic Realm. After sleeping for eons in the Clifothic Realm, the Bleak Ones have awakened. They have offered power to Lemurians in exchange for a service. They are turning Lemurians who agree to serve the Bleak Ones into a more primordial form, which makes them stronger and a better conduit for Clifothic magic. These lizard-form Lemurians aim to take over Lemuria. They have come to Monster Island to find a weapon to help them achieve their nefarious goal. Do I need to be like level 31 or 32 or something to get to Lemuria? Why isn't it letting me? Who is Andrith? Andrith was a great king of Lemuria who ruled tens of thousands of years ago and oversaw a Lemurian golden age. It is for this reason he is called Andrith the Golden. He had many great palaces around the world, but it is believed that the greatest of them was buried here on Monster Island. Our enemies are searching for long-buried Lemurian weapons at the behest of the Bleak Ones. If they find them, all the oceans and the lands of the world will be in terrible danger. Why do some Lemurians appear as lizards? The Lemurians in Saurian form are the enemies. They were once humanoid like us, but then when they pledged themselves to the Bleak Ones, they were transformed and stripped of all humanity. Now they serve the Bleak Ones and pursue a goal to eradicate humanity. Well, it makes sense that Lemurians, who are aquatic, would need bubble helms, although how much water they can possibly have stored, I don't know. So, I swear I've briefly visited Lemuria before with a different character, and my distant, vague memory is that this is the hatch that I'm supposed to enter the submarine by. But it's not bloody working, so I'm going to look up on the wiki how to get there. Assuming the wiki will tell me, because it is kind of a bare bones wiki. Ah, I see. Lemuria is unlocked by completion of a level 34, available at level 31 or 32 crisis mission. Connected to Monster Island by submarine. So I would need to do the Lemurian Crisis first. Unlike previous crises, the Lemurian Crisis mission is repeatable. It may be accessed via the submarine on Monster Island once you accept the first mission, available at level 31. Now, I'm not 31 yet, I'm 30, but I've still accepted the mission. So I actually still need to level up at least once. No, that's not the tab I wanted to open on. There we go. So, I need to continue buggering about up here. Take the rest of the missions from, where is he? This guy. Outnumbered by the beast. The savage Manimals around Wells Pass won't listen to reason, but they understand brute force. You thump enough of them upside the head, and maybe it will get into their thick skulls to leave us alone. I know you've been working hard, but I also know you're not one to shy away from a fight. Can I count on you? Technical issues. Nesting instinct. The hidden Viper base in Wells Pass is up to something, but what? Head back to the base and check out their computer systems. They're probably expecting you, so be careful. Worth 1,000 words. Moreau is preparing his Manimals for war. We need to determine where and when his army will strike, so we need to see his plans. How are your photography skills? Technical issues? Well, given the fact that my superhero appears to be a Renaissance woman, probably absolutely fantastic. How are your... Oh yeah, we've already done that line. Go to the huts surrounding Moreau's lab and get some pictures of the plans. Why not just steal the plans? I mean, they'll know that we were there because we'll beat loads of them up. Moreau has several... maybe they won't necessarily assume that we know their plans. If we leave them, just take copies. Well, fair enough. Moreau has several war chieftains preparing for the upcoming war. Captain Montgomery is the most dangerous of all. He was a fiercely loyal human servant of Moreau, recently rewarded with Manimal enhancements. You'll need to take down the war chieftains, including Montgomery, if we hope to get to Moreau. Just head west along this path and through the pass. The Manimal war chieftains are issuing orders from the huts. Oh, he's got missions for us now as well, hasn't he? Snakes don't have arms. Viper is in the area and are bringing in arms for their Manimals. For the Manimals. We cannot allow this to happen. The Manimals are deadly enough as it is without weapons. You don't need both of those. You could just say are deadly enough without weapons or deadly enough as it is. You don't need both. I would hate to see the damage they could do with them. Go down to the docks that are controlled by Viper and enter their warehouse. You need to get in there and sabotage all the weapons that are being housed there. While you're there, see, that's too many theirs. See if you can find the Viper in charge of the operation and bring him down. Anybody who dares defy Moreau, man or animal, is placed into holding pens to await further experimentation. Get the keys from Moreau's war chieftains and free these unfortunate souls. The Manimals should be able to get to safety, but the humans are pretty shaken and may need an escort. They are both located around the outside of Moreau's lab in hut-type compounds. Okay, and we'll also may as well go get the silverback missions. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Salutations, my esteemed compatriot. I am currently occupied with some pressing experiments within my lab in Millennium City. It's a relief we have somebody like you to deal with this unfortunate Moreau situation. The right to bear arms rescinded. Moreau is in league with Viper, and that makes for a dangerous combination. As part of their arrangement, Viper is shipping weapons to the Manimals on Moreau's compound. On Moreau's compound? Surely in. Get rid of those weapons crates, because the last thing we need is Manimals packing semi-automatics. The crates are located on the docks of the Viper waterfront outpost on the southern tip of Wells Pass. Sure. We're going to take advantage of the mutual distrust between Viper agents and Manimals, but you'll need a Viper uniform first. Unfortunately, there are plenty of Viper agents around. Well, fortunately, there are plenty of Viper agents around, and you can just pound on them until you find a uniform the correct size. Might I suggest a Viper Commander uniform? If you're going to take a uniform, you might as well take one worthy of a superhero. The commanders are at the docks on the southern tip of Wells Pass. And Man-Beast's mutation machine. I was created by Moreau in a series of experiments involving radiation, genetic mutation, and chemical baths in a substance known as Radium X. Moreau has his servants at his alchemy lab creating more of the foul substance. We can't allow this to continue. Locate the supply tanks filled with Radium X and destroy them. You can find the tanks on the paths inside Moreau's lab. Okay. I guess we'll go do 4 first. Nesting instinct. See what happens. I think we're going to have to go in and out of this place repeatedly, which is hugely annoying. Oh, at least this is capitalized this time. Nice work, chaps. They've gone off high alert. That's handy. Can I interact with this terminal yet? Hey! There's a lot of dudes in here, isn't there? And a computer terminal. I'm pretty sure that I saw more than 5 of them when I was wandering around in here before. Fucking come out the smoke, knobhead. There we go. What's the betting? There's a patrol of infiltrators wandering about past here that I just can't see. So that seems to have applied a lot of negative ions, which gave me a lot of energy. But the thing is, that power has a 10-second recharge, so it's not really very easy to spam in combat. A lot of these dudes. Did I miss a computer console back here? No. Okay. Good-o. Oh, that door's open this time. What shall we discover? Why do I have to return? Why can't I fucking talk to him from here? Yes, I can bloody see him. Enter hangar. Not allowed. Okay. Fair enough. knew there'd be a troop of these assholes. There's going to be a whole crowd of them here as well, isn't there? I don't know. That's a surprise. Unless they appear when I press the button. No? Okay. That's a pleasant surprise. Oh, Jolly Wheeze, wait for me just by the door. I wonder if they'd be here if I hadn't tried to enter that enter the hangar. Well, I say final, that next door. Whether it's the last part of this area, I don't know. Let's go and mess with the Vipers over here. And then we'll deal with the Manimals and Moreau over there. Viper boots. And what part I'll get from him. Body armor, okay. Ooh, they don't like that, do they? What are you dropping? Gloves, okay. Helmet and pants from him. Splendid. Now what do we do? We're running out of room. I'm going to need to sell some things. Here's the warehouse I'm supposed to enter and destroy weapons contained within. So let's do that. Not quite in range. I could still make them do the jiggly dance though, but not actually damage them. It's always weird. This is an awfully big warehouse. It's weird how inconsistent this game is with, like, destroying and sabotaging weapons. Like, I mean, I guess that was sabotage rather than destroy, so I didn't have to like break the crate, but you'd think if I was supposed to... Oh, he's about to launch an RPG at me. If I was supposed to remove these weapons from circulation and make it so that nobody could use them, why would I bother sabotaging them if I could just destroy them? I wish this game would implement a call your contact feature where you could contact whoever it was that gave you missions from where you're standing or wherever it is that you are out in the middle of nowhere to update your mission status and get new ones rather than, I mean, rather than having to go back to them. I mean, if you can come up with an in-universe explanation for how it happens in World of Warcraft, an essentially high fantasy universe, why you can't manage it in a universe where you have super high technology that absolutely should allow you to communicate instantaneously with anyone on the planet. I mean, they've got teleportation. Can they not come up with instant comms? I've already done that one. And like, World of Warcraft is an older game than this, and they've sorted it out in their engine. I can only imagine the reason they haven't in this is because they can't be bothered putting in the effort. Although I suppose, in fairness, it has been quite a while since Cryptic, the actual makers of the game, have been in control of the game. It's Perfect World Entertainment at the moment, and probably will be for the foreseeable future. Although they are clearly capable of adding things to the game, because they have done. So quite why Perfect World can't implement just a really basic quality of life thing like contact your mission hub dude from a distance. I mean, sure, after you've been introduced to them, so that you don't have to, so that you're not magically getting information from them. Like, even City of Heroes did this. As I recall. They certainly implemented it in Homecoming, which is a fan-run thing, so like... It's possible for people who didn't like work on the game originally and bring it into creation to work out how to do this stuff if they want to. I guess Perfect World can't be fucking bothered. No extra information from him. That's a floating mine that will come out and explode next to me on the countdown. But because it's technically a pet controlled by the person that summoned it, if you defeat the summoner, then you don't need to worry about the pet because it will fade out of existence. I'm not sure if there are any games that do that differently. I think there must be. I have vague memories of that being the case, but I can't think of any offhand. Wow, those are nuclear warheads. How many have I got left to do? No, that's... Aha! I've got one left. So where the heck... Oh, here we are. Jolly good. That's a relief. Glad it wasn't in one of the other branches of the warehouse, requiring me to fly around looking for the bloody things. So what's this? Number 8. Ugh. Do go away. Oh, come on, I'm not even that high up. Oh, that's the weapons crates. I was already destroying them before when I was taking down the Viper leaders without even realizing. Cool. Is this a weapons crate? It is. And that's a weapons crate as well. Oof. That's weird. Alright, mount up, leg it. That's going to be a quest objective, isn't it? Or a mission objective. Ooh, a pair of war chiefs. Lucky. Requires war chief keys. Okay. Stop that. Only have one at a time? That's weird. Okay, so I only need one at a time. There is a hidden Manimal Lab in Wells Pass on Monster Island. The Manimals in the area have been stockpiling various chemicals, but their objectives are unclear. Explore the hidden Manimal Lab and discover the nature of their experiments. Isn't that interesting? It's raining. And even inside the hut, the rain still falls. Can't be a very good hut, can it? Oh, come on. Got Montgomery. That's weird. Where did they disappear? After outlaw geneticist Philip Moreau was run out of his Beast Mountain community in the Ukraine, he moved to Monster Island and resumed his experiments in Wells Pass. More callous and depraved than ever, Moreau continues to intermingle the DNA of humans and animals, and the horrendous Manimals that live in this neighborhood are the putrid fruits of his labor. While Moreau is secure in an underground laboratory, he is served by an army of ruthless and savagely loyal Manimals. Trespassers are warned to beware. Strangers caught on Moreau's land are likely to end up under his scalpel, to become Moreau's latest genetic abomination. Here's another tank of stuff. Have a nap. Did that go off? Irritating. Oh yes, I'm supposed to be checking for these plans as well, aren't I? Nope, already got that picture apparently. Have I got all the plan pictures I need? Not notice I entered. There we go. What's this last one? Keys to freedom. Free a dude. Okay. There we go. This is the prison hut. And there's a mission just over here. Takes us underground. think this is a mission area where you get tricked by a rat lab assistant of Moreau's who wants to usurp Moreau, I think. Come on. Cool. Cool. Auction lot sold. Are we not already in a lab? Oh, right. This isn't taking us anywhere, it's just opening the door. Okay. Professor Ratso. Does he have any other information? No. Well, yes, but it just says Professor Ratso. And then Gorilla. Which doesn't have any new information either. And then you come and help Professor Ratso. Oh, thank you so much for rescuing me from those furry ruffians. Dr. Moreau created me to be his lab assistant, but after witnessing his torturous experiments, I refused to help him any longer. After my little rebellion, he locked me in this lab, but I still refused to do his work. My own work, however, has advanced in leaps and bounds, and I think I've developed a way to help my manimal brethren. That reckless ape would have had me skewered, if not for you, technical issues. Thank you. The Rat King. Professor Ratso needs rare chemicals that are being hoarded by Moreau and guarded by his loyal minions. Ratso wants you to break into the lab, collect what he needs, and bring them back to him. What lab? Moreau's lab? I have to assume. I mean, the mission name Rat King should be a clue. Oops, accidentally set myself on fire there. Not intended. No, that's not an exit. Here we are. Oops. Accidentally pulled. Oh well. I'll just leave him behind, as usual. That was an impressive display of superheroism. Keep this up and I would not be surprised to see you on the roster of the champions. I wonder whether that actually happens. I mean, in DCUO, you do get inducted into the Justice League. Eventually. It does happen, but you have to be fairly high level to do it. There isn't really, as I recall, much of a main, like, flagship superhero group in City of Heroes. Like, there's a loose association of heroes who all know one another, but they're, as far as I remember, unless I missed something really major, they were never actually part of a team in the same way that the Justice League or the Avengers is a team, or the Champions, as in this game. Uniform solution. I don't know why I have to come back to him to put the uniform together. Fantastic. And it looks like the Viper uniform fits you too. Ah, my inventory is entirely full. Okay, I'll have to empty it. Thank you, my friend. You know, you are gaining quite a reputation among the heroes of Millennium City. I hear your name mentioned quite often. Okay, let's mount up and zoom over to Project B-17, I think. Bureau 17, whatever it's called. Because that's where the closest cellar is, I think. I know that I can buy bags somewhere, but I'm not entirely sure where, and I keep forgetting when I'm not streaming that I might need some. Probably not worth keeping these, even though they do have slots, if only because they're not max level, and therefore I really don't believe that anyone will be after any of them. And that's level 20, so it's even less likely to be wanted. So let's find out what's in... Oops, no, I didn't want to sell that, I just wanted to open it. Okay, let's open these things. Oh, I must be level 33, okay. So all of these are too high level for me. And that one. But I can now sell this stuff. Okay. Nice and empty inventory. There's items in here that I don't have a need for. I mean, I suppose I might need that at some point. going to need that. And I never use those. So, back to Silverback. Snakeskin surprise. Viper agents don't trust Manimals, and the feeling is mutual. Now that you have a Viper commander uniform, we can take advantage of this precarious alliance. Heh, heh. You don't mind stirring up a little trouble, do you, superhero? Don the costume and go rough up a few Manimals in Viper's honor. After you defeat a Manimal, be sure to leave behind one of these Viper ID cards. That'll send the right message. Isn't that a bit too obvious? Be careful, we don't have the proper codes for your helmet's radio, so it won't fool real Viper agents. I'm sure that's nothing you can't handle, though. So that gives us Viper Disguise and Viper Calling Card devices. Where was I supposed... do I just beat up Manimals around here? Is that... I automatically transform. This isn't a Viper Commander uniform! I don't look anything like the Viper Commanders that I saw swanning about with their huge hoods and capes. The scam you're running. Is that a 10-second cooldown on dropping a calling card? That's ridiculous. And I've got to drop 20 of them as well. And it's on a timer. Ugh. What an enormous pain in the arse. Why does it need a cooldown? literally just pulling out a calling card and dropping it. This is incredibly tedious. Looks like we're not going to get to Lemuria today. I suppose one bonus is that I can still do the use the device to drop a calling card even when I'm being afflicted with a damage debuff or being attacked. That's kind of a bonus. What would be really nice is if the device with a huge long cooldown just applied the cards to every enemy within range. You know, it wouldn't have to be a big range, it wouldn't have to be 20 feet, it could be a 10-foot sphere. Now, that would speed things up considerably. Done. Fantastic. That was particularly impressive, technical issues. I'd like to see the look on Moreau's face when he hears about this. Impressive because I was very patient with your stupid scheme. Argent Interlopers. Have you heard the latest? Argent is kidnapping Manimals to stock hunting grounds in their corporate nature preserve. It seems that Argent poachers have moved into Wells Pass and have begun hunting Manimals to kidnap. They are all around Wells Pass. Keep your eyes peeled for them. Yes, I've seen them before. I'll just, I think I'll just hand in the missions I've got here. And that will be all for the stream today. Because it's 11 o'clock. And that means it's just about stopping time. Viper is working on something called Project King Snake. I'll decode the data you've provided and try to learn more about what is going on. Worth 1,000 words. This is fine work, but it's clear from this information we need to take the fight to Moreau. Good work. I told you that Montgomery was going to be trouble, but you performed brilliantly. Brilliantly! Thank you. A new king snake in town. Looks like it's a repeatable quest. Destroy prototype tanks. Let's pick that up. I mean, it's the first time we've done it, I suppose. I've got good news and bad news, technical issues. I've cracked the computer code, which was quite simple, really, but the info is not good. Viper is nearing completion of a new tank prototype, the King Snake. I, frankly, don't believe some of the specs I'm reading about this vehicle's capability, but if the information is even close to the truth, we've got to destroy that prototype before it is up and running. It could literally change the balance of power here on Monster Island. Head back to the base and destroy that tank. Of course, with the loss of their data files, Viper has to assume you'll be back, so they'll be waiting. You might want to bring an ally with you to evade the odds a bit. Even the odds, probably. Even, yeah. Even the odds, not evade the odds. Oh well. My friend, you have given the gift of freedom. It is a noble gift indeed. So we had a mission to go get chemicals from Moreau's lab. We've got this mission here, and also Argent Poacher's mission. But I do want to go to Lemuria, so I think... I was hoping this would be a hollow log, but it's not. I think what I'll do is I'll do the missions I've got here next time on Wednesday. But otherwise, we're going to quite quickly go do the Lemurian Crisis mission. And hang around in Lemuria for a while. But that said, that's it for tonight, so thank you for sticking around, those of you who have watched. I hope you've enjoyed your time with me here in Champions Online, and hopefully I will see you next time.